Morning, that's us up. Slept okay, it was warm enough. It's pretty windy, so I tossed and turned a little bit. So we're just going to get packed up and headed off. And that's my tent, just as I'm starting to pack it away. I've already taken out some tent pegs and such. Pushing down. Right up Loch Ness. All day. Check that out. What a view. Totally beautiful. There you go. X marks the spot. Ah. Here's another wee bit here, just off the trail that you could pack stack, but yeah, trail's right there, but at a push, it's just along from the Ewok place. So we're at this cafe campsite and I bumped into a couple of hikers who are doing the Great Glen Way, and it's the first today, and we've seen that there's this cafe that's potentially open. So the guys are just going to introduce themselves and say their bit.
After you. I'm Jack, this is Howard.
Howard, we both work for BBC News. Jack is an accomplished video journalist and I am the Philippine correspondent for the BBC. So I report out of Manila, and we're just taking a break today, the first of the new year, to get some fresh air in the lungs and start the year off in the right way.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What do we have here then? A wee info board. Someone's co-checks here, like. Alright then, well, I can't see it. During the... No, what the hell? Yeah, that's a heavy prescription, that, by the way. Timber production, wood ants build their nests, wildflowers, birchwoods, Scots pine, a spruce from North America, and rowan trees. This is just about the forestry. Isn't it, Moscow? Is this just about the forestry here? It is, aye. Right, let's keep going. And that'll be Loch Ness down there. There we go, first glimpse of Loch Ness. You're not really that interested, are you, Moss? So there's Loch Ness. Now check it out. There's this wee bit here where someone's unfortunately had a big ass fire. Don't get me wrong, there's a pure drop down there. But right there's enough. Moss, you dicing with the devil, aye? If you look there, there's enough for a tent, a wee tent. Oh, for God's sake. Are you no tired? Are you no tired? No? You'll spot it just off the trail. It's in there, because if you look around here, there's this wee pile of rocks. So there's water just down there that you've seen me fill up with, and there's also this bit here where you can camp. So it's not like there's millions of places where you can actually camp about here, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm pointing out all the ones that I come across to you. Check it out, this is really cool. Canadians. Why were the Canadians here? In amongst the trees here are the remains of a Canadian lumber camp. If you look closely alongside the path going uphill from this path, you can still see lengths of heavy cable and rail which may have been part of a narrow gauge railway. The foundations of buildings are hidden amongst the trees, and an old road track goes downhill. There also used to be a bridge. Its joints were put together exactly like a Canadian log cabin. It was the Second World War. So it's timber, mine props and all this. How cool is that? Ah, it's pretty sweet in here. That's the trail there. Just came off the trail there, and here's another belter of a place. It's a viewpoint. We're not really into that. Sandy tails getting flung about, but trees are up a bit, so it's not that much of a viewpoint. But again, big ass fire. But look at all that area, a wee bench. Could put a tent up there sneakily one night. Nice flat pitch, really good. Actually, this would be ideal. Unfortunately, they're all just off the trail. That's the only thing. This Moss just getting her lunch just now. Some Quakers. Oh, it's so simple. Oh, you dropped it. You dropped it. You're trying to get all the last bits. Picts and medieval lords. Across the bay you can see the mighty ruins of medieval Urquhart Castle, a highly important fortress which gave control over this part of the Great Glen. For at least the last 1,500 years there have been a stronghold on this site. A vast medieval estate. That's it now. It's worth a visit. Picts left clues with the names, place names. And that's it there, right there. Cool. First proper view of Loch Ness, I would say. Nice one. So we're actually going to be all along there, back around the other side. So we'll see this guy from across the water. Nice one. So that's what, 2 o'clock, just 10 to 2. So we better get cracking. So you sweeping the trail? Right, what's that hanging off of you? Is that a wee brush? Hey, are you sweeping the trail? Are you sweeping the trail? Wait and I'll get it off. Check this out, Temple Pier in John Cobb. Across the road at Temple Pier. In 1952, you would have seen John Cobb's Crusader arrive to try and break the world water speed record. It was the first waterborne craft to be designed and built for jet propulsion. She skimmed over the course but then seemed to bounce twice in the water. Next moment, the horrified spectators saw the boat plunge into the loch in a whirl of spray and foam flecked with flying wreckage, and the boy was killed. 200 mile an hour? What a hero. Check it out. Yeah, I remember seeing that and being blown away. It was totally mental. Look at it. Well cool. So this is the Loch Ness Centre and Exhibition. I was in there once and I actually met the guy, got chatting to him for a while, and that's the actual dude who built all the submarines and went to the bottom of Loch Ness in the search for Nessie and such. Super interesting guy, really, really cool. It's worth a visit. You should go in and check it out if you're ever up this neck of the woods. So that's us just pulling up this wee hill out from Drumnadrochit. Right there actually is the Nessie Museum, and there's a spa down there, and I so wanted to go and munch Hunters of Food. It was mental, but I didn't. Got me some chopped pork, and we'll crack on up this wee hill and try and find somewhere to pitch. Check it out, there's a bit of a pool, so there is. But if you look either side of here, that's all deforestation. You know, there's basically nowhere to camp, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. That's like 3:45 now, so we'll need to find somewhere soon. You sitting down there because you're a tired girl? See that sign? It says danger, no fires. Considering it's now 4 o'clock, I think our best bet, there's a gap in the fence there, I think our best bet is to head over into those woods just beyond the few trees you can see in front of us. I could probably pitch in here, but it's old tracks, so it is, so it's not ideal. Nowhere's ideal around here actually. It's all really lumpy. It's actually quite marshy. The ground's awfully wet as well over there. Whereas where these trees are, I can only assume the trees have actually soaked up the moisture from the ground. I'll have to be careful as well, because see, the likes of all this in the ground. If you look, see the likes of this branch. Listen to this. See, it's actually dead. And high winds, they just come down, and you don't want that spearing you in the napper in the middle of the night. Right, we're keeping going. I'm just not happy with that. That's unnecessary risk. Nowhere good anyway. All lumpy. So it's either lumpy, it's waterlogged, and anywhere where it is dry, it's under trees with limbs that are dry and dead, that are liable to fall in the middle of the night and when the wind picks up, which it's already starting to do. So we just need to keep going. It's going to be harder to spot somewhere, especially when spots are so limited already. As you'll have seen, I've pointed out every single bit I could see from the trail that you could camp at, I reckon, because there really isn't a lot of places to wild camp on this trail. It's going to be more difficult to see them in the dark, just with a head torch casting a wee light. We just came off the road a wee bit, and I'll show you exactly what I mean when it comes to things breaking off that can kill you. Can you see up in this tree? You can't see it from here. Up there, there's like a big limb that's actually broken off and it's hanging vertically. But we've found this wee bit. This is going to have to do right here. Right here, I'm going to put the tent in the middle. So nothing's going to drop on me. See, look, that's totally rotten. That could fall on you, potentially. See that? So I need to keep it to the road of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 paces. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Aye, that's as good as you're going to get, really. That'll do me. Aye, so here are these strips. So we've got negative, trace, small, moderate, large. And what that means is, if it's negative, you're burning glucose, either from what you've been eating or that's stored in your liver. And if it's up here, then you're not. Ketone bodies are the byproduct of you not having any glucose in your body burning body fat. So this is the end of day 1. So let's see where we're at. So we've got a bottle of right dehydrated urine. and we'll get one of these out and test it. Now I'm going to have to be careful, otherwise I'm going to pour piss over the hingme. Right, can you see that? So if I compare that with the chart, I would say it's probably this one. So yeah, I'm definitely not burning glucose anymore. So let's check my blood glucose levels. Basically, you get this thing, you get one of these things, stick it in the end. We get this, get one of these strips out and stick it in this meter. Clean our finger and we give it a wee jag. We get some blood out. And then you put that into the wee test strip. So 4.7, that's alright. It's low, but it's alright. If you look here, the sort of average that people sit at, whether they're high or low, averages out about 5.5. Now, blue is in the normal range. Even though I'm not burning any glucose, my liver's out of glucose, and I'm burning fat, basically, body fat. Your body still keeps your blood glucose levels stable. If you go below 4 and below here, that's when you start running into bother. Your body should, even though if you're not eating anything, your body should stabilise so that you're at least within these ranges. You wouldn't expect it to be really high unless it's in the morning, because your body releases a load of hormones, cortisol, stress hormones to get you up. Your liver releases a wee burst of glucose as a wee jump start to wake you up in the morning. So 4.7 is alright. It's on the lower end if you ever get your blood glucose tested. So basically, I'm not eating and I'm exercising, burnt off all my glucose, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the trip with that next time. Pushing down, tuck it under for the moustache. Look at the bollocks, man. Very nice. Loch Ness is a belter. Basically not ate since Tuesday. Just don't have the energy. This was a terrible idea. Water at the bottom of the pack. I'll sleep here. Oh, 3.1. Awfully low.